8 signs you have brain fog most people ignore. Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you went there? Or maybe you reread the same sentence 3 times, but your brain just refuses to process it. If that happens to you often, you might be experiencing something called brain fog. Brain fog isn't a medical condition on its own. Instead, it's a term people use to describe a group of symptoms that affect how clearly you can think, focus, and remember things. And the tricky part is that many people experience brain fog without realizing it. They assume they're just tired, distracted, or even lazy. But sometimes your brain may simply be overwhelmed. In this video, we'll explore 8 common signs of brain fog that many people overlook. And if you enjoy learning about psychology, mental clarity, and how the mind works, consider subscribing to the channel. We share videos like this to help you better understand your brain and improve your mental well-being. Now, let's begin. One of the most common signs of brain fog is frequent forgetfulness. This doesn't mean occasionally misplacing your keys. That happens to everyone. But if you regularly forget small details like names, tasks, or what you were about to say in the middle of a conversation, your brain might be struggling to process information efficiently. Many people describe it as if their thoughts are moving through thick mental clouds. Instead of flowing smoothly, everything feels slower and harder to reach. If you've ever felt that way, you're definitely not alone. Another sign is difficulty focusing on simple tasks. You might sit down to work, read something, or finish an assignment, but your mind keeps drifting somewhere else. You start checking your phone, opening new tabs, or switching between tasks without finishing any of them. Brain fog often makes sustained attention difficult. Even tasks that normally feel easy can suddenly feel mentally exhausting. And if this video is helping you understand what might be happening in your mind, consider leaving a like on the video. It helps more people discover this information and learn about their mental health too. Some people with brain fog notice that their thinking feels slower than usual. It may feel like your brain is running on low battery. Simple decisions take longer. Problem solving feels harder. And sometimes you might struggle to follow conversations or process information as quickly as you normally would. This doesn't mean your intelligence has changed. Your brain simply may not have the mental clarity or energy it usually does. Now, here's a sign that many people completely ignore: feeling overwhelmed by small decisions. Have you ever stared at a menu, trying to decide what to order, and felt strangely stressed about it? Or spent far too long deciding what task to start first? When brain fog is present, your mind may struggle to organize information and prioritize choices. As a result, even small decisions can start to feel mentally draining. Many people mistake this for procrastination or anxiety, when in reality, their brain may simply be overloaded. Another subtle sign is losing your train of thought. You might start explaining something and suddenly forget what you were saying. Or you pause mid-sentence because the idea you had just disappears. Brain fog can interrupt the natural flow of thoughts. Your mind may jump between ideas or struggle to hold on to them long enough to express them clearly. This can feel frustrating, especially in conversations. But it's actually a very common cognitive experience when the brain is under stress. Sometimes brain fog also shows up as mental fatigue that doesn't go away with rest. Even after sleeping enough hours, your mind might still feel slow, dull, or unmotivated. You wake up expecting to feel refreshed, but mentally, it still feels like a fog hasn't lifted. This can happen when your brain is dealing with chronic stress, poor sleep quality, dehydration, or mental overload. Another interesting sign is difficulty finding the right words. You might know exactly what you want to say, but the word simply refuses to appear. It feels like it's right there, just out of reach. Sometimes it shows up a few seconds later. Other times, it disappears completely. This experience is often called the tip of the tongue phenomenon, and while it happens occasionally to everyone, frequent episodes may signal that your brain is struggling to retrieve information efficiently. Finally, brain fog can also affect motivation. When your mind feels unclear or mentally overloaded, Starting tasks can feel harder than usual. Even activities you normally enjoy may suddenly feel like they require too much mental effort. It's not necessarily that you've lost interest. Sometimes your brain simply doesn't have the clarity and energy it needs to fully engage. If you've recognized several of these signs in yourself, there are ways to support your brain and improve mental clarity. Good sleep, hydration, stress management, and proper nutrition all play an important role in keeping your mind sharp. And some people also choose to support their cognitive performance with brain support supplements. In fact, if you're looking for a way to give your brain an extra boost, you can check out our partner, NeuroPrime. They focus on formulas designed to support memory, focus, and mental clarity. If you're interested, you can take advantage of their current discount and learn more at www.neuroprime-official.store. It might be worth exploring if you're trying to stay mentally sharp and productive. Experiencing brain fog can be frustrating. It can make you question your productivity, your focus, or even your intelligence. But in many cases, brain fog is simply your brain's way of signaling that something needs attention. And once you begin identifying the causes, it often becomes much easier to improve your mental clarity. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy learning about psychology, brain health, and self-awareness. We post videos regularly to help you better understand how your mind works. And if you know someone who constantly says things like, "I can't think clearly lately," this video might really help them. So feel free to share it with them. Thanks for watching, and take care of your mind.